If I was to bring, I probably wouldn't bring beers to an orgy because it makes you too bloated. I'd say bring like hard liquor and then just mix it with something because you don't want to be too bloated during an orgy. There's nothing worse.
The more you know.
Hey,
Hey there, beer tubers! Welcome back to an actual BA 101 tonight, although it's only three of us. But hey, let's get this thing out of the way. We've been holding on to Amsterdam, at least I've been holding on to Amsterdam's blonde for way too long, and I want to drink this damn thing. So we'll get in more detail, what detail we have, after we introduce the people we have with us tonight, which is, of course, Bella and Greg. They're both going to drink the beer.
She has a needy. Oh, this is an Amsterdam blonde, but look, I don't think she. Do you want to drink that?
So cute.
No, she doesn't. Oh, she's needy as fuck. Also, she smells like skunk. So.
But she's so cute.
Nice. So I guess everybody wants to know, like, what do you, how you doing, Greg? What's new?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I can't complain too much. Just chilling. I'm in the basement because we got a good old thunderstorm going on outside, and living the dream. About to drink an Amsterdam blonde. So those of you who aren't about to drink an Amsterdam blonde, sucks to be you.
It's the only time I'm a blonde.
That's right.
All right.
Natural blonde too.
All right, so let's go. Not cool enough to be a blonde, Lee. How you doing tonight, Lee?
I am good. I'm tired. I am good.
Oh, we all are. We all are, and we're at least we stayed awake for it.
Yeah, I decided it'd be a smart day to do a 10K after not doing one for a while, and it was really hot out, so it was really dumb.
You got it done.
Oh yeah, I'm happy I did it. My heart rate was relatively high the whole time, but what do you expect? It was fucking hot today.
I mean, you're a girl. I'm shocked you have a heart.
It's because I'm a brunette.
I wouldn't necessarily say dumb. Maybe. I mean, it's a good thing to get out and run a 10K. But I mean, have you run it? Have you been doing 5Ks? Is this the first time you've done a 10?
No, I've been doing 5s and 10s.
Okay.
Depending on weather and stuff.
It's actually kind of better to train in kind of weather that sucks, like when it's either really hot or really cold, because it actually then if you have good weather during an actual race, you're gonna do that much better.
That's it is. That's what I was thinking too. But today was
limited oxygen, right?
Today was a little bit hot, considering it was like I should have just done a 5K. Like that's what I should have done instead of jumping into a 10K.
Yeah, I suppose you're either getting used to running when it's super hot, or if it's really fucking humid, it's really hard to breathe. So you're getting used to the lower oxygen. That's it's a good time to train. Don't expect to set records, but
it was hot. And I played the piano today. I have piano lessons today.
Ooh.
Nerd!
I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know you're getting piano lessons too.
Yeah, I'm taking piano lessons.
Nice.
So
you're gonna be an excellent pianist.
I'm gonna play the pianist.
Great at tapping the pianist. Piano. You're gonna be
it's a shame that you literally cannot accomplish anything in life without it being just made dirty by disgusting people like Nick and maybe me a little.
Oh yeah, like
you.
Anyway, all right. Okay. Let's go. I'm going to bring myself back over here now, but
hello,
share
Nick.
my screen because
how are you, Nick?
I'm not doing too bad. Let's talk about the guy that wouldn't show up tonight because he fell asleep again.
8:50. What the fuck?
I hear nothing. There's nothing.
I have no idea why I just cut it.
Yeah, I heard zero audio.
We got fucking mute beard here.
Break. All right. Let's try refreshing his intro. Okay, I'm gonna start. First time we've done a BA 101 in a while, so it's probably technical issues. Let's share system audio. Maximize.
What? You
going
down? People of
there we go. Yes, I can.
All right. It's funny. I had shared.
Sorry, I'm not there. No, I'm virtually, but beauty sleep that has yet to take effect and stuff. And just early morning work and not getting a lot of sleep. It adds up. Not fun.
Looks like you should get to bed early on Tuesday.
Excited to have this beer.
His words exactly were sleep where be an elusive bitches were his exact. But I keep thinking like, you get up in the morning the same time I do every morning, Carrie, and I'm slaving over a hot StreamYard for everybody here, so everybody can have a good time. But anyway, I do the exact same thing, and I'm just used to it, I guess.
I love how you call it slaving over a hot StreamYard for everybody.
Okay, so let's sit down. Okay, let's bring myself up here, and I'll give you the history on this beer, which is fuck, I closed it. Open. Bear with me for a second. Blonde lager. That's right. Okay, so Amsterdam blonde lager. I won't go into too much detail since we've looked at Amsterdam brewing before. Except to say that Amsterdam traces its origins to Amsterdam Brasserie and Brew Pub, which was opened by Rob Romer in September of 1986 in the Toronto Entertainment District. The brewery itself was opened in 1988, and original pub closed in 1993. Rob Romer eventually sold it to current owner Jeff Carefoot in 2002. Other beers from Amsterdam include the 3-Speed Lager, Cruiser Pale Ale, Bone Shaker IPA, Downtown Brown, Tempest Imperial Stout, and of course the Double Tempest, Fracture Imperial IPA, Big Wheel Amber. What's the other one? Space Invader IPA. That's a good one. And a bunch of others too. And of course tonight's beer, which is the Amsterdam Blonde Lager. Not really a whole lot to say about it, except for Blonde Lager is a 5% ABV, 15 IBU. Blonde Lager that's been brewed by Amsterdam since they opened in 1986, or at least close to when they opened. So it's like one of their OG beers that's still in production, which is kind of cool, really. It's been brewed ever since, and is brewed with all natural ingredients. So that's kind of cool. 1986 beer. There you go. That's why it's got a 1986 written on the can, because it's one of their OG beers. All right, let's get down to Jamie. Before we get to the comments, let's do our just personal histories with this beer and just say hi, Greg.
Hello, Nick. Well, without checking Untapped, I know I untapped it on my night of 500 beers sometime in 2014. I did. It's actually unfortunate. I got purged a lot of my bottle collection a few years ago, but I had an old bottle from Amsterdam Blonde back when Amsterdam used to do pretty cool painted bottles. But yeah, it's one of those beers. Like it's one of the first craft beers I started getting into, because once I started, bought a couple from the LCBO, and I was kind of learning. Okay, there's this brewery here, this brewery here. I mean, back then you also keep in mind there's only like 7 breweries in Toronto or something. There weren't really even that many. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I want to go to the Amsterdam store. So I went to their little retail store, which was the size of a freaking little room, basically. Like it was tiny. Nothing like what they currently have now. This was like an old building, which now has been torn down. It's condos. A little retail store. And, I just bought kind of 1 or 2 of everything they had, not knowing what the hell it was. So they had a blonde, they had natural blonde. I think I bought their Big Wheel Amber, which they still make. Their Downtown Brown, which I'm not sure if they make that anymore. And 1 or 2 other things that they probably don't make anymore. By the way, their natural blonde, they haven't made that in a while. Fucking awful. From what I remember, it was like, hey, this is a light version of our blonde that just tastes like asshole. Not good asshole. Bad asshole.
Was it that Amsterdam 86 or something?
Yeah, I think they renamed it to 86 at some point. I think originally they called it natural blonde or natural light blonde or something like that, and then I think they changed 86, and then they axed it all together. I mean, probably maybe it's a modified version of 3-speed or something. I don't know. Oh, Jesus.
You're 3-speed.
Arnold, you're being a dick. Jesus. You know what? There's no need for that. Just calm down. I know you're an excellent runner, an excellent penis, but don't be stupid to that kind of things. Jesus, Nick. Anyways,
well, Greg got offended.
Wow,
I'm very offended. Don't be throwing shade my way.
Is that even possible that we can offend Greg?
I'm a 12-speed, damn it, and you'll respect me.
Jesus.
By the way, I'm finishing off this festival lager from GLB. It has nothing to do with this review, but it is what it is. Yeah, so basically that's my history of it. So I actually tried it fairly early on in my craft beer journey, probably 2012 or 2013 at the absolute latest. And yeah, to be honest, never really liked it that much. Spoiler alert. But to be fair, when I first tried it, before we move on, when I first tried it, I was like, why does this not taste like a typical lager? I'm used to what a typical lager tastes like, which at the time was probably Molson Canadian. I probably actually liked Molson Canadian back then. So I was like, why does this not taste like Molson Canadian that I can get for like, oh, that was the best type of Molson Canadians. I can get that for like fucking $4 a pint back then. Can't do that now.
Oh God, no.
All right, so thank you, Greg. Let's go over to Lady Lee and see what her history with this beer is.
I don't have one, but I have a funny story. So, like I said, I went for my 10K today, and then I had piano lessons. So I like showered, went for piano lessons. I usually just walk over because it's not far from my place. So I decided to still walk over, even with my tired legs. And then I had to go get the beer, which I saw was like close to me. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just walk over to the beer store, which was dumb. I don't know why I did that. I thought I could. And then I get to the beer store and I asked for the beer and the guy's like, we're out of stock. I'm like, it says it's in stock on your website. There's like 47. Guy's like, it says Castles. Like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. The whole time I saw the wrong beer store. In my mind, I was like, it's this one. Even though I saw the name, my brain didn't register. So I had to go home and then I ended up driving anyway to go get the beer at another place. That is my history. That is it. Nice. That's how it goes. There might be some stuff from Amsterdam that I've had that I don't remember because I don't write these things down. Oh, yeah. I've tried many beers and I don't remember any of the names.
Did I ever send you a double Tempest or a regular Tempest? I can't remember if I did.
Yeah, I wonder has Lee ever had a double Tempest? You had a double Tempest at the Quispimsis Piss Up.
I did.
Had that the rye and I brought a double.
I wasn't a fan because I'm not a dark beer person. Like a stout or a whatchamacallit drinker.
Don't worry, we're gonna convert you to the darkies.
I had the whatchamacallit too, the Flying Monkeys Manifesto, and I didn't like it either.
Chocolate Manifesto.
That I'm actually
Bring Out Your Dead. I brought some Bring Out Your Dead as well to the.
Yeah, you poisoned Carrie with.
Yeah. Which had nothing to do with everything he drank the night before.
Yeah, I actually thought you would like Chocolate Manifesto. So if you don't like that, you really just because I don't think there's any more non-stout that you can really get than that.
I've had one that I really enjoyed, but it was very light for a stout. Like I think we were commenting. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember us commenting about how like thin it was. So and extra sweet, and I was like, "This is what I like." So a very like non-stout is what I like.
I know. Okay, I know what it was. Fuck, it was. I can't remember what it was. I remember the beer. I can't think of the name, but it was no. But it's like we did two.
I know what it was. I know what it was. Wait, I can't remember what it was.
We did beer.
Yes, it was. It was the winter beer, but it was the other one. Like we did regular winter beer, and then we did the like chocolate mocha winter beer. And I think we all hated it, and you loved it.
It was like the nitro
it
or
was the
something.
only one who loved it. That. And it was like I said, it was exactly like not a stout that was advertised as a stout, but it was like the kind of stout that I would drink because it was absolutely not a stout.
Well, I mean, to each their own. Like we had some guests over last weekend, and somehow my wife mentioned to them about my wife has this old drink she likes. She doesn't drink it very often. It's amaretto and Coke, which is sweet as fuck.
It is, yes.
And my wife, they were just asking, "Oh, what does it taste like?" But I was like, "Well, I got some. I'll make you some." So my wife makes them some. She fucking used Diet Coke. Shame on her. Yeah, I know. Like use regular Coke, honey. But anyways,
nice.
She gives it to them. She's like, you guys try it. Like, and she made the big drinks too. She's like, try it. If you guys don't like it, you can throw it out. It's fine. And they're drinking it. They're like, oh no, we got a sweet tooth. So this is, and they're Polish too. So it's really fucking funny when they're like, oh yeah, we love sweet tooth.
I love
Say it
Spaceship
in a
as well.
Polish accent.
That's a really good comic book.
No, so they were like enthused by it, and then I brought out. I'm like, oh, do you wanna try the scotch I have? So, and I brought out some Lafroy quarter cast. They didn't even try it. They just smelled it. They just smelled it. They were like, nah, we're good.
I have like this love-hate relationship with whiskey because I like the taste. I just don't like the burn. But obviously, I don't want to mix it because then you're kind of ruining the purpose of it. It depends what you have, though.
There's no shame in either. Jesus, Arnold. There's no shame in either adding some water or adding. I wouldn't recommend ice if it's like an expensive whiskey, but add a little bit of water to it just to water it down.
Like a splash of water will actually unlock a lot of the flavors that are in the whiskey.
Yeah, and it'll kill the burn a little bit. I mean, I would even say like I would keep adding water till the burn goes away. Personally, like some people are very snobbish and say you have to drink it straight or whatever. No, if you don't like the burn, keep adding a little bit of water, and then once the burn goes away, you're like, okay, I'm at the point I'm enjoying it now.
Yeah,
right, so speaking of whiskey snobs, we got to keep moving and get to the comments. I'm kidding.
Oh boy,
what were you saying, Lee? I'm sorry, I cut
someone
you off
bought
there.
me a drink at the restaurant. They bought me I can't pronounce it. Yeah.
Ooh, Lagavulin, that's good.
Lagavulin,
and
nice.
I enjoyed the taste. I just had to drink it real slow because like the burn.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the burn. I like the taste.
If somebody bought you a drink of that's some expensive shit.
Yeah, that's like probably what, like
kids.
$20.
It's like good
I
shit.
mean, yeah.
No, I think it was like $10 for a glass. 12.
Okay, still pretty good.
Really expensive for just. I'm sorry, we're not in Toronto. We don't have Toronto prices, Greg.
Sorry. Way to Toronto shame me.
All right. So thank you, Lee. Let's. I'm gonna put myself over here because we're gonna try and listen to Digital Beard again, and then I'll get to my funny story about Amsterdam Blonde. Blonde is okay. Why do I not get the sound option? There we go. Screen numero uno.
That's an angry face.
Once in my life, I've had this. I didn't check and see if I reviewed it. I remember. It's. I don't know. I guess if I have had it, it wasn't memorable. It's blonde. Yay for the blonde.
Gentlemen prefer blondes. All right, so we got him. We got him in the books. So my history with the Amsterdam Blonde goes as far back as I reviewed this beer, not this can, as review number 239 way back in 2011. So we're talking about March 22nd, 2012, and Lee Al Harlock, or rather High Tide and Vibe now, actually sent me this can from that's good. That's how long ago it was, is that when Lee had something he could send me.
Wow.
That's
way to wasteland shame Lee. Fuck.
Give me a second. That's not it. There's this one right here. Okay, so it was around the same time. It was the same day. So Lee sent me that one. I reviewed that. And there's also the light lager that we were talking about, the 86. I'll get into that one in a second, because that's the one with the funny story. So yeah, Lee sent me that one, the blonde lager. It was, I remember. Yeah, I see your comment there, Lee. Is like, yeah, you did send it to me. Apparently, I'm surprised too. I'm like, I'm trying to think, what did I give it back then? Because I used to be anal about putting. I probably hated it. Yeah, no, 3 out of 5. I was probably thinking it was like a craft lager. We'll get into what I think about it now here momentarily, but the funnier story was this one, the Amsterdam 86 light lager, the light version of this that Greg was talking about. Because what happened with it is that I actually went on a road trip to I think I had intentionally gone over to like Fort Beausejour with my late fiance. And while I was there, I skipped over to Amherst and bought some beers over at the NSLC and brought them home. And what happened with this one? It was $8.99 for a 4-pack of Amsterdam 86 to try. And the lady there rung them in separately. Like the There was apparently $8.99 for the 4-pack, but there was an open top 4-pack, so they could pick out the bottle, scan it, pick out the bottle, scan it. So the SKU read in as $8.99 per bottle. So I paid. That shit sucked ass, and it was $8.99 a bottle, and I didn't know until I'd already driven 2.5 hours back home. I was pissed that I'd wasted that fucking much money on that beer. Anyway,
at least it was only $8.99 and not something ridiculous. I get that's the thing you would notice though.
Yeah, like at least it wasn't like a 6-pack. But the thing is, I had filled the shopping cart with all kinds of interesting Nova Scotia beers, and then I'm wondering, like, okay, why is all the beer I bought so expensive? Because I bought like I think $80 a beer when I was there, just because there was all kinds of shit in Nova Scotia I couldn't get. So I was like, I'm here in Amherst, so I'm gonna pick up some stuff. And then I got home and I looked at the receipt and I'm like, that fucking cunt. Or actually,
so
I think it was a guy.
angry.
So... All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing my picture of myself 10 years ago when I was attractive. So let's move on to who wants to read the comments here.
Well, Greg's not going to read them. I can read them.
Okay, I will put Lee up front.
I am reading comments. Where is the show, you mewling simpletons? This is a disgrace and will not stand. I can send you to management if you'd like to talk to them, and they can rectify your situation if you'd like.
Send his complaints to them.
Why are you late? Where's the show? Make haste, ruffians. If I keep on going, I might become a hooligan. Marcin says, exactly, my thoughts too. See, Marcin is in agreement, said by Lee. Nick says, waiting for one more. Lee. Mr. Lee says, typical woman. Thank you kindly.
Typical.
Yeah,
Mr. Lee says, all she cares about is education, dogs, and playing Skyrim like a savage masturbator.
Wow. This is all true.
And playing the piano. That has been in it now.
That's basically like being a savage masturbator.
Damn woman.
Yeah, Marcin's,
I'm getting all the love tonight.
Marcin's like Greg too.
Yeah, I feel it. I'm feeling all the love. Red Beard has failed us all.
Oh yeah.
Lee, Nick has failed to give us audio. Beers for Days says cheers.
I fixed it. Cheers, Beer for Days.
Hi, Tide and Bide says, now I can hear him. Not sure I approve.
Yeah, it was
then
better.
He says, Then he says, hashtag bad friend beard. Bad friend red beard. Ablina Reno says, hi, Lech.
Lech.
Ablina Reno says, Saison should be low ABV.
Fucking up, I know, right?
Ablina Reno. Get it right.
That's he's right. I mean, the saisons shouldn't be like 7 or 8%.
No, I want a fucking 12% saison for my farm workers. Thank you very much.
Imperial saison. You want to get those fucking workers smashed, and they don't know they're getting screwed by low wages.
Yeah,
you know?
and then I want to give them a job that involves them like throwing sickles around, like.
It's like Hunger Games for your farm workers.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Ablina Rito. It is what it is.
What it is.
It is
Ablina
what
Reno?
it is.
I've loved Nick since Lee says Nick changed after her much bigger dick now. Because that's what happens. Your penis just magically grows once you get out of high school.
My dick gets bigger and bigger and bigger the more I play with it.
I mean,
interesting.
What?
It just the thing with Nick is it never shrinks. It just keeps getting bigger with every play session.
I'm not so sure about that. I haven't gotten laid in 10 years, so
horse cock now.
Wow.
I say that and I'm gonna sound more incel-y, sorry.
That's okay. You're our favorite incel.
Fuck off.
Well, you and Lee are both our favorite incels.
Mr. Lee.
Lee, I've actually seen Greg offended before. You have to be Paul to do it.
It's true. Here's a fun fact. Paul actually, like 2 years later, apologized for that because it involves stuff he said about Agnes, which was very uncool.
Oh.
And probably would have gotten his face punched if it was in person. But now he apologized and we're all friends.
Manly man.
He apologized.
He apologized.
Apologized. Bleederino, I offended Greg once. He apparently doesn't like you. It's like when you almost knock over a giant full of beard.
I don't think that. I think that was when Nick let out his most girliest of screams.
No.
Ah!
That was the ceiling knife night.
Oh, that was the everything went to shit. Why are we at Chad's house when his ex left him yesterday night? Like, what were we thinking?
His ex left him like the week before, and he didn't say anything about not wanting the bottle share at his place, so he had the bottle share at his place. He doesn't come down the entire fucking night. He's upstairs with his Arn Pryor buddies, like from high school, hanging out with them instead. And all he ever does is he came down once to grab a fucking knife out of the ceiling, under a ceiling tile, and then the next time he almost knocks over $1,000 of beer and gives us the stink eye. I'm like, if you didn't want the bottle share, you should have said something. We could have gone somewhere else. Instead of we had like a bottle share that ended early in the evening. We had a whole bunch of samples of like expensive beers that I personally saved so he could fucking try them, and he didn't fucking drink any of them because like, oh, I'm not drinking beer for a while. You're running a beer festival. Like, okay, I'm venting right now. Anyway,
I feel there's some anger left in Nick.
I know you're going through a shit time right now, but at least think of some things about people around you too. Like, oh fuck.
The important thing is that the important thing is that Nick's rant has made Lady smile a little bit. That makes us all happy.
I'm a pretty tolerant guy, but like that whole experience at Chad's that place, that wasn't why I kind of drifted away from him. It was kind of stuff that happened after that. So anyway, I would have let all of that slide. So
Lee Russell says, I could see you doing that. That was me going to the wrong beer store today.
Oh yeah.
On the 10th, Chris. Cheers, Mr.
Kozak.
He is saying, what is next week's beer? We will find that out later. Stay tuned. Was it? We'll be back in a while. Don't touch that dial.
Watrin whiskey? I don't ever heard of Watrin whiskey.
A little water in whiskey.
No, Watrin whiskey.
Fine.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
I said your whiskey. Or your whiskey, sorry. Lee says, I sent you this. Really? I recall this not.
Yeah, he doesn't remember something from 11 years ago. Yeah, apparently. I looked it up and I'm like, I would have thought Albino Rhino would have sent this to me, but it must have been in the LCBO.
Sexy.
Jesus, Nick.
You are a fine whiskey from Lee Russell.
I know.
Talking about you, Nick. Lee Russell says, no, I was saying Nick was a much bigger dick.
I have a much bigger dick than Lady Lee? Sure. I believe that.
I am an inverted penis. A bleeder
is it bigger than an inverted penis?
It's clitoral penis or clit penis or
Jesus.
Penis.
I listen, I've seen many hentai movies where that's a thing where the clitoris becomes a penis and then not tentacle rape. It's like the clitoris becomes a penis and then she uses it to penetrate a girl. That's totally a hentai thing.
There's some weird shit for hentai.
All right.
There's
some weird shit in hentai.
If you haven't seen the classic like 90s series called La Blue Girl, that's a great series. It's just so fucked up.
Off the 10th gets bat signal whenever someone talks shit about him. Gets a bat signal. Man, you guys are the life of the party tonight.
Oh yeah.
Ole. I can't handle this.
Oh, that's whenever sheets get sopping wet, the squirty time.
Is he talking lady juices or blood or both?
Or both.
Both.
All right. So that's the comments for now. Let's keep moving on.
Let's.
Do we even have? Whoa!
Wow, this is
wow! Wow! Holy fuck! I'm tripping, baby. All right.
I gotta say, Lady's outfit looks like she's the female Hamburglar.
I did go as the Hamburglar for Halloween once.
I once did too, but it ended up looking like some creep that wants to creep on you.
Mine looked really good.
I thought you.
But I think I'm better at costumes than you are.
I mean, I'm awful at making costumes. That's the thing is I love Halloween. I don't like the costumes part because I can never create a good costume for myself. I like decorating for Halloween. I like the whole atmosphere of Halloween. I like watching horror movies all October. I don't like dressing up. I like it when my wife dresses up because it's always sexy.
I also there we go. I also like decorating for Halloween and watching horror movies. And I like to dress up for Halloween. Because Halloween is fun. I enjoy Halloween. Yay.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can have the shittiest costume ever and you'll still look good in it. I'll have the shittiest costume ever and I'll end up in the tank because they think I'm a creeper, which I might be. Might be because I'm creeping in Sexton's house again. Well, only in Sexton's house. Not my fault. He's got easily accessible bushes right by his bedroom window. Hi, Sexton. You should be on our show. You should be on our show instead of whoever you're cheating on your wife with.
Is that why I see like random whatchamacallits flying by my window?
Jesus.
Those thingies. Those
drones?
Yeah, that's the word.
I mean, I'm more of a hands-on approach kind of guy. I'd probably be like right outside your window. I'm just very lazy and don't feel like driving 4 hours north to creep on you and probably get arrested.
Okay.
Jesus.
That makes sense. 5 thumbs up for Nick, and I will show you up next week.
5 thumbs up for.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on. There's 2 thumbs up. We have 4 thumbs up. Come on, somebody give another thumbs up.
Well, great.
No, we only have 4 thumbs up.
People are drone perving. I believe it. 2 thumbs up, yes. Come on, Greg. Emily.
Yeah, 6 thumbs up. There we go.
More precise to what thumbs up you needed, Obligarino.
I don't even know what I'm thumbing up.
So, just saying, that was your own mistake.
It's all his fault.
You fucked up on that. You were supposed to specify what you were looking for, and we just gave you the literal version.
So I'm just gonna say something. Like I'm trying to find some like a picture of the beer that I can steal to make my graphic for later, and this has actually been a pretty good search where I'm also getting hits for blondes from Amsterdam. Ooh, she's cute.
So that's why you guys are distracted. Okay, that makes sense.
That's why I'm distracted right now. So
Nick's looking at pictures of blondes.
Yeah, I am.
Like, never mind the show. I'm just watching blonde Germans.
Blonde Dutch.
Wow.
Blonde Dutch.
I mean, come on.
Apparently, Nick has found the final solution to beer.
There's some cute ladies here from blondes.
Yeah. Shockingly, the internet does have a lot of cute ladies.
Yeah, really.
It's amazing what you can find when you Google it.
Listen, Nick, you should count your blessings that 33% of our current cast is a cute lady.
Is female. Well, yeah.
Keep going before you scare her away.
I found it.
Compliment her and throw her chocolates so she stays, or
throw her chocolates and then give her some.
You're looking very nice tonight, Lee.
Thank you.
I can't throw you chocolate, but I mean, you look nice.
Yeah, inflate her self-esteem so she'll stay.
I hope that didn't sound.
Maybe send one of your long distance drones by her house.
There's been drones. There's been weird drones passing by.
I know. So far, all we've got is a bunch of pictures of Lou Dog's knob, but we're working on it.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know where we're at, but I'm almost done my blondes. So should we be reviewing our beers at some point?
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna put Greg up front and center so he can talk about his beer.
So I feel like we got off track.
Yeah, we got really fucking off track with Nick fucking looking at German blonde porn, but
Dutch blondes, man.
Whoa. Okay. Sorry, Nick. I didn't mean to upset you there. Okay, anyway.
Nine, not the Germans, yeah.
So this first of all, I'm gonna say right now, I love that this beer comes in a big size
giant can.
Like, yeah, I'm a big fan of this, which actually, believe it or not, apparently, I don't know if you can get it anywhere else, but apparently at the brewery, you can actually get regular size cans of this. Why? Why not get the big cans? The big cans are awesome. So I love this. I love a 3-speed comes in this too. I love that if you want to buy it from the brewery, which is basically Toronto only, you can get it really cheap because especially when they have sales, like I think their current sale is 119 or 118 bucks for like 50 of these. So, yeah, if you like this beer and you want a lot of them, it's a really good deal.
Years.
Yeah, but it's a blonde. It'll last you the whole summer, so. Anywho, that's my general thing about this. Oh, look, established 1986. It's almost like if I had read that, I would have known it started in 86. Nice.
How many do you get? Sorry, how many do you get again?
You get 50 of them, and I think the current sale is, I think it's 118 or 119 bucks. So it's
$2.38 per can.
Yeah, it's not bad and it's for a big ass can too. So now, fun fact: if you actually go to the brewery and actually get that, they'll actually sell you the 50 pack, but it'll be 2 2-4s. And then what you can do is you can actually say, they'll actually say, do you actually want blonde or do you want 2 other beers? And you can get like 2 other more expensive beers as your 49th and 50th beer. So there's a fun fact: get a more expensive beer.
Ooh, saving more money.
There you go. Like you could get a beer that's normally $4 for like $2.33. So there's financial tips for Greg for the week.
Just got to buy a lot of them.
That's the tip.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you're going to this is a beer that's not going to really go bad. It's not an IPA. So usually with Amsterdam beers, I will buy beer on the sale. I've been debating about buying this, but to be honest, I can get Steam Whistle for slightly a little bit more. And I prefer it to this. But it is a good deal. This and 3-speed, if you just want some summer crushers, it's not bad. Now, I will say, compared to this, I do think I actually prefer this to 3-speed. I don't have one to compare right now, but for what this beer is, it's kind of boring, but it's kind of fine at the same time. If you want a lager with a little bit more flavor, like to me, this is sort of a lager that errs a bit on the malty side as opposed to the hoppy side. So it's kind of not really a craft lager because most craft lagers are like basically like pale ales in disguise. This is actually a lager if you like sort of the malty sweetness, which I wouldn't want to drink too many of these. I find it a little too sweet, but it's not bad for what it is, especially when you sort of take price and everything into account. So, I mean, for style, blonde craft lager, I'll say the big problem I have with craft lagers in general, again, is they're basically just pale ales or pale lagers in disguise. They tend to be very hoppy, which is fine. I don't mind that. But just call it a pale ale. Like I don't, if I want a lager and it says lager on it, or even if it says an ale on it, I don't really want a hoppy beer. I want to actually have something that tastes like a lager or an ale. So, I mean, props for that. It actually kind of is pretty good for style. So for style, I'm actually going to say it's a solid 8. Certainly not the best lager I've had, but it certainly kind of hits what it needs to hit. In terms of personal enjoyment, to be honest, I thought I was going to rate this lower, but I'm going to give it a good 7 because I'm actually enjoying it. I actually just had this festival lager from GLB, which was done for some Four Winds Music Festival. And to be honest, I didn't like it very much. This was way too sweet. And this is actually better of the two. So, and everyone knows I love GLB. Everyone knows I'm a GLB whore. But this Amsterdam blonde, this is actually was not a good beer from GLB. Whore. Yes, I got to pronounce it the Danny DeVito way. Yeah, so I gotta say I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this. I had one like a month ago just to kind of try it, but yeah, if you're in the Toronto area and you want to buy it from Amsterdam and have basically kind of a summer beer, or you can mix and match it, get 25 of these, 25 of 3-speed or whatever. It's a pretty good deal, and I always like breweries that give me good deals, and it's not a bad beer. It's boring as fuck. But if you're sitting by a pool and you're just like, I want to consume 6 of these in an afternoon, you'll actually probably get away with not getting totally annihilated, and it'll work well in the sun. So there it is. So enjoy. 8 and a 7, Mr. Nicholas.
Wow. All right, Greg liking an Amsterdam beer. Let's go figure.
I like that. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's pull Lee up.
So it's kind of funny because I kind of went with a roller coaster ride with this drink, because when I first took a few sips, it so much reminded me of a Canadian that I automatically, like, instinctively hated it. So I wasn't enjoying it nearly as much. And all I could think of was like, just drink it fast. That's what you do with Canadian. Drink it fast and it's fine. But I haven't been drinking it fast. And as I've been drinking it, I've been enjoying it more, which weird. So I definitely have to say it does have that lagery stereotypical taste to it, and it also keeps the flavor well, like, as it warms up as well, because I tend to drink pretty slowly, and it still has its flavor. It still tastes good. Like, it's not like I said, I had the horrors of Canadian in my mind of, like, once it goes warm, or starts going a little less than freezing cold, like it's a god awful beer. But this one is the opposite. This one actually still tastes good, and it's nice. It's a basic lager. Like, there's nothing special about it. There's nothing fancy, but that's, like, exactly what you're looking at. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lager. And I kind of enjoy these when they're more towards similar to, like, the domestic, because then it introduces other people who are less interested in craft beers to have these kind of options, that they can explore the craft beer side without losing their fucking minds. Mind you, they won't, but it is a good introductory one to anybody who wants to get into, like, craft, because it does taste like a domestic lager, but it has, like, that little bit of a what's the word for it? An upgrade to it. So it's just, like, that slight bit better. On the other hand, I'm not the biggest fan of lagers. I've just never cared for them. I don't know. I think I just one of those things.
You should be nicer to loggers.
But I have been noticing the last few lagers that actually taste like lagers that are kind of higher scale or a little bit upgraded. I enjoy them a lot more. So yeah, words. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, and it's not coming. Like, my brain just seriously just blank.
No, I mean, I think we get what you're saying. You're not really a big lager girl, but you're kind of coming around to them, but they're still not your thing.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's I'm just impressed at the flavor as, like, it warms up. Like, I just think it's one of those things where a lot of beers, when you drink them, as soon as they're, like, no longer ice cold, I don't enjoy them. This one is, like, I don't know, it's got a good flavor still. Like, I'm still enjoying it. So high five to them for that, because I feel like that's a tough feat. But I think it's like your basic lager, which is perfect. Like, it's a lager for a craft beer. Oh, excuse me. So I think, style-wise, I'm going to give them a very good high five, because I think they did a really good job. It tastes very much like a lager, but it's better than any domestic lager. So it still has a little bit of a flair of a craft lager. So I'm going to give it a 9. Personal preference, I'm going to give it a solid 7. It's not something I gravitate towards, but definitely more enjoyable than a lot of other lagers that I've had. Yay!
Yay, white
Okay,
noise.
All right. Okay, so I thought didn't think you were done. All right.
That's
So,
it, yeah.
Nick
Okay,
never
so-
knows when
I
someone finishes.
I
all
found
right.
out it's
So
great
before
age
I
to
give my
find out what
thoughts,
it's actually
I'm gonna give Carrie's
Oh, I forgot Ken was still here.
Dumb blonde rating, like because he's a misogynist apparently.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, it's a blonde ale.
Wonderful blonde lager.
It's like they added a tiny bit of beer flavor extract to carbonated water. This is freakishly boring beer.
Freakishly boring.
And
That's
again,
a lager.
blonde, it's not even
freak.
that good, in my opinion.
Freak.
It's got kind of a weird. I want to say I'm getting a weird metallic kind of aftertaste in my mouth that I don't enjoy. I'm going to give that 5s across the board.
Ooh.
And I'm going to hope that you enjoy your cans of this stuff more than I enjoyed my can of this stuff.
Gandalf.
Gandalf says hi.
There's Gandalf.
All right. So there you have it.
did
That's
enjoy
what
it.
Carrie thought about that. I guess I can go right into my ratings now. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Nick.
Okay, so
Beat me.
I actually didn't write any shit down here. I'm not going to disagree about what Carrie said
What
about
a
this being a
dick.
fucking boring beer.
But
But
lager is boring.
yeah, lagers can be boring. Lagers can be boring too, so don't judge too harshly.
Not every beer
Yeah.
has to be like super exciting. Like this is just meant to be a casual drinker that you could just bring that most likely people will drink because it's not exciting. It's your basic beer.
Yeah,
that
like I
all
feel
lagers
like a lager, of course the lager's gonna have a nice, like lightly malty, clean kind of finish, maybe a bit herbal metallic. But the idea with a lager is that, you know, cellar, they're typically like a aged in cellars kind of beer where they do have a clean, refreshing kind of finish, and if they're served cold, they're really fucking refreshing. This one here, I can see like this is definitely warmed up for me. And when if it was cold, I would see this one being fairly refreshing. This one here, as it warms up, I'm also getting like no off flavors. I'm not getting any like overpowering notes of sulfur or cream or something like that you get in a poorly made lager. This is actually a really fairly well made lager. As far as flavors go, there's like a little bit of this like lightly caramel kind of malty taste. There's like hints of like little herbal earthy notes in it, that little hint of metallic that he's talking about. I feel like it's a little heavier of a lager than a typical lager. Like I get the thought, if I had Molson Canadian and it tasted less like shit, but it also had less flavor. I feel like Molson Canadian's got more flavor than this, but the flavors you get at a Molson Canadian suck. This one here, like obviously made 100% barley. Not a lot of it's a pretty well made easy drinking beer. It's like very similar to like some German lagers out there, like good classic German lagers. Like a good Hell's or something. Maybe less malty than that. Like not a good Hell's so much as like this is the swill version that they make for producing for export or something like that, or like the common ones like a Warsteiner or something like that. But at the same time, I don't hate it. I feel like it's actually a fairly well made beer. When Greg mentioned what he liked it better than 3-Speed, I'm the other way around. I like 3-Speed better than this. I feel like 3-Speed, first of all, the value perspective in New Brunswick when I got this, the only way I could buy a can of blonde is if I was to buy this summer 4-pack, which is $21 right now. It's like $20.48 or something like that. Which
For
had the
4
blonde.
beers?
Yeah, for 4 beers. It had the blonde, it had the cruiser, it had the Fria Cerveza, and one other, which I don't think it was Bone Shaker. I think it was another basic bitch beer from these guys. It was a 3-Speed. So it was a 3-Speed. It was a 3-Speed, the blonde, Fria Cerveza, and a cruiser.
That's
And
expensive.
yeah, expensive for 4 boring beers, basically. But
Yeah,
at the same time, so you're talking about paying $5 a can for this. That's not a good value. There's so many better beers out there that I would drink $4 or $5 in this province. Like, it's a lot of local stuff. You
this
guys, on the other
$3.
hand, you get, how much did you guys pay for that massive can?
$3.
$3.
So it's well
and
worth it.
yeah, even 3-speed here, we get the same massive cans that you get. 3-speed here is like $4 a can. Like I think it's like $3.99 or some shit, which I'd pay because I think 3-speed's a great lager, and it's cheap at that price if you're getting like almost a 600 ml can. This one here is a 473 ml can in a 4-pack. That's way too expensive for its own good. I'm glad we finally were able to do this BA 101 episode because it justifies me buying that pack because it was not a good pack to buy. So, like, I love Amsterdam, but
I have
that's
definitely purchased bottles of beer and cans of beer that I did not want to purchase. So, fuck you.
all right. So, but this one here, I like it. I don't love it, but I mean, at the same time, and I love 3-speed lager a lot better. But I don't hate this, and it's definitely an easy drinking, good, very drinkable, well made beer. For lager, because usually like with a beer like this one here, where it's so low in flavor, it's also very difficult for it to hide its imperfections.
Yeah.
And that thing drinks clean without tasting like crap.
It's just a simple beer that was done properly. Like,
Yeah,
they just
exactly.
didn't try anything fancy. They just did what they knew and did it right.
Exactly. In that spirit, like I do find it a little on the boring side compared to 3-speed. So I'm gonna give it a 3 for the I'm gonna give it a 7 for the style. It's good. Overall enjoyment for me is a 6. Just because I'm like, I paid $5 for this. I could be drinking
that would be.
I would have that issue too, because if I paid more for this, I would be disappointed. Mind you, the can size is great, so I can't complain as much.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if I were to buy a 3-speed lager from Amsterdam, then at the big 578 milliliter cans or whatever they are, I'm glad to buy one of those and drink for them at $4 a can. But that's actually a pretty good value here. This is not that great of a value.
No.
This 4-pack should be selling for $16.
No, Nick. I would also point out the LCBO, and I'm not talking brewery prices. So 3-speed actually sells for more money in Ontario, so it works out to about, I think, 20 cents a can more for 3-speed versus blonde. So actually in Ontario, blonde is the better value. I'd have to do a side-by-side comparison, to be honest, but I remember I think I enjoyed this more than 3-speed, but again, I have to do a side-by-side. But yeah, I mean, your value proposition is very different where you are than what it is here.
It's a completely different story here in New Brunswick. And I'm just actually making a quick look. Okay, so I was wrong with the price of 3-speed. I was wrong with the price of 3-speed. It's actually $4.79 a can, but I know it goes on sale a lot. So that's where I'm getting the $3.99 number. When it's on sale, great value.
This is on sale right now, so it's $3 on sale. I'm not sure what the regular price is, but
wow, that's I wouldn't mind buying this if I was to be able to get this for $3, but like in New Brunswick, I'm getting fucking hosed when it comes to fucking craft beer prices. It's just ridiculous how expensive stuff is.
I would definitely be disappointed if I had this beer and it was that price. Like, that's the thing, because I had this, I thought the price, I saw what I got, and I was like, yeah, cool. But then it totally makes sense why on your side it's more like, hold on, this is fucking expensive for this. Like, you would want something more fun and
like question, Nick. Like, if you have like a decent craft lager from whatever Trailway or something you like around you, what would you be able to get that? What would you be able to get that for?
You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Trailway Fetch.
Because you're talking. I mean, I understand like you have to buy it in the mixer pack or whatever. But like, I mean, like,
so 473 ml can of Trailway's Fetch is $3.99, and I can get it in a.
That's more
reasonable. I can get it at 12 can, 355 milliliter can. I get a 12-pack of for $27.98, which is on par with a lot of macros.
Yeah, that's more reasonable. I mean, it's a little bit more expensive
that's
Ontario
a
pricing, but
decent price.
it's still not bad. Like
Can
that's
we just accept the fact that Crest does a better job with a 10% beer?
Oh fuck! Well, we know fucking Crest and I prefer Facts to Crest.
I know we had this. I think I found the Facts 10%. I was gonna get it to try it, but I did not get the chance to. I still need to. I had
can we please do a re-anal of Facts 10% so Lady Lee can try it?
Yes, Queen. Are you around next week, Lee?
It all depends. I didn't get my schedule yet.
Okay.
Whenever it happens,
we'll plan that. We'll have to plan that because I mean spoilers. Next week's beer was just going to be a BYOB. But if we can do a re-anal of Facts 10, I want to do it now.
I will buy a Crest and a Facts to compare them side by side.
Oh, I would do that.
Yeah, Lady Lee's gonna get super drunk.
You know what, Nick? Let's do that. If Lady Lee next time Lady Lee's available to do that, let's do the comparison, the side by side.
You know what? I'm just looking at the Envy Liquor site, and apparently there's the old can of Facts 10 and there's a new can of Facts 10. Like it's more. Facts 10 is.
They're probably both the exact same beer.
Well, no. Like what's going on is there's a 500 ml can, and there's a 473 ml can that's coming in. It's more expensive.
Oh wow!
Like, apparently Facts 10's on clearance here, so I'm gonna go buy some. Like the bigger cans, they're getting replaced with a smaller can for more money, but not that much of a difference, like 20 cents for less beer. But I mean, it's already a hobo beer. Yeah, okay. Let's do a re-anal of. We'll see what Lady Lee's schedule is going to be like. And we also got another spoiler is the Moosehead beers that Scott is sending us. We'll have to do those soon. Anyway.
I was looking to see if I can get Facts. I can get Facts in North Bay. North Bay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's move along. I gave my rating. I'm going to do the math while who wants to read the comments?
I can keep reading.
Alrighty.
Let the Lady of Lee's do it.
Lady of Lee. Well, there's not a manly here, so I'm allowed to.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's manly. You're allowed to speak for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Where were we? Bat signals. LOL Greg.
LOL Greg. I don't even know what he said LOL Greg for, but thank you.
All right. Lee Russell. People are drone perving on Lee. I believe it. Haha. Yep. Ablina Reno, I'm in. I don't know what he's in for. I don't know if it's for that or other things.
I think he says Facts 10% next week. He's in.
No, that's way beforehand. That was way before that discussion.
I'd see like in my thing, you probably can't see it shows Facts 10% that says I'm in. LOL.
Oh really?
Like way late. Oh,
that's like this is like new comments.
That's how it shows up in mine anyway.
You're fucked up then.
Probably.
Then we have Dan saying, "There you go." Ablina Reno, if I ever find out there are boobs on the internet, you won't see me for weeks.
Boobs.
He's gonna go on masturbation frenzy.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Can I do that too?
His colon's gonna be so healthy.
Oh, my colon is impervious.
His prostate is gonna be so healthy. Wrong body part.
www.pornhub.com. We'll never see him again. Anyway,
X video has an easier search.
You can fucking shoot. You can fucking shoot a shotgun at my asshole, and it would be fine because I'm so impervious to everything right now.
Is it easier searching for girls with glasses masturbating?
Jesus
Christ. I've always liked X Hamster.
Lee Russell says Lee is great at making sandwiches. She's valued. That's my womanly duty. I gotta learn how to make sandwiches. That's what my education was for. My psychology degree is how to make a sandwich. Dan says it's a safe lager. You're not wrong. It's but it's done right. Like it's just a basic lager that introduces a lager to non-craft drinkers. And they would still probably hate it because it's not craft. I mean, it's not domestic. I have had this before, noted at 7.5 overall. I have spoken. That is from Radar. High Tide and Bide. I only have the Whores of Canadians, the Whores of Canadian in my mind. Much better. Good on you. You might say this beer is a whole other level, Lee. Yes, Lee Russell. It is. Thank you for that. She's an ale girl. She's in a lager world. Not a spastic. She's fantastic.
She's an ale girl in a lager world. Sex.
Oh my god, that is a perfect theme. I didn't even. I was like, "What song is that?" Song. That is perfect song for Barbie. Ben Shapiro, please don't listen to this. You might freak out. You might burn YouTube because they have songs about Barbie on here. Abilene Reno, Facts 10 next week. Abilene Reno, I'm in. Oh, that's what he was saying. Abilene Reno, LOL. He was reading those messages ahead of time.
Oh shit.
Lee Russell. Oh shit. And Lee Russell, there's 188 in my store. Probably will be sold out. Guess I'll miss the show.
It's gonna be bought out by all the paper bag people.
Yeah. I now have to see if I can get Crest, and I know I get Facts. Facts I can get at the beer store. I unfortunately can't get Facts 10% at the LCBO.
Facts is like the staple of people who just want the cheapest beer drunk that they can get.
They just want to drink it under the bridge.
I mean, the thing is, I've actually gone in liquor stores, and you know me, I'm perusing the liquor store for 20 minutes, deciding what I want. And then I see people like attacking the fucking Facts 10 shelf, like grabbing like loads of fucking cans. And it's scruffy looking.
It's like in my local LCBO, we've got a very high Polish population, so it's like Polacks walk into the store and they just grab their favorite,
grab all the Tiski off the shelf.
Yeah, well, they have like they have like 8 different Polish beers. So whichever Polish guy is there, whatever his favorite is, he'll just throw like 12 of them in his basket, and off he goes. He's not even looking at other beers.
What was that? There was like one Polish beer. We did it at your place, and I was like, this is awesome as far as a Polish strong lager goes, like 8% or some shit.
Oh, I don't remember.
What was it called?
Was it the one with the fucking like buffalo on it or something? I can't.
Yeah, remember. I think it had a buff. I think you're right.
I didn't think it was that strong, but yeah, I think it may have had a buffalo on it. But
I remember we did. You know what? I never uploaded the video, but it was like a review recorded on your old balcony. I know. I'm sorry.
You're like
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna look before I post the. You know what? While I look for that, I'm gonna actually show the ratings for tonight's episode, which is share. Boom. 7.25 for the style and 6.25 for the overall enjoyment. Now I'm gonna dig into my hard drive and look at the Albino Rhino Beer Fest 19 stuff that I upload. Where the fuck is it? Here we go. Beer, Albino Beer Fest. It was recorded on. What camera did I use? Oh, there it is. I must have used this camera for. Nope. We've got a dead air where I look through my hard drive and Greg checks his phone for this.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for Crest to see if I can get it. I'm trying to.
Sorry. I'm sexting my wife. Pardon me.
I can get Crest at the LCBO, and I can get Facts 10%.
I'm confident I can get both of them at the beer store, so I think I'm good. I think I should have another beer. Why not?
Yeah, you should. Because we did cool beer on Greg's backtack.
Oh yeah, and cool beer turned out to be
okay. Hi Paul. So for asking what next week's beer is,
Akachim. That's what it was. Akachim Mokni.
There is a possibility of one thing, but for now, there's another thing, and Nick is going to tell us.
Yeah, just check this out. There you go, Greg.
Oh, look, we're such good. Play the video, Nick. Let's play.
You get sound?
I can't hear sound.
I get frozen. I hear no sound.
Oh, it's
right. You know what? I'm just gonna say that, you know what, I should probably just really upload that.
Yeah, upload the video along with the last 300 videos that you haven't uploaded.
It's probably still relevant, you know, that Akachim Nakni. Because there's also the reviews of we did another review, Cool Beer. Did I ever upload that? All right, we can take a look at that offline.
I don't know.
What's next week's beer? Next week's beer, I gave a spoiler on it already, which was I was talking about maybe it being a BYOB, and we were going to do Sexy Summer Crushers.
Ooh.
So Greg wanted to do a beers like, okay, beers that he can drink during an orgy. Lady Lee said something like...
I said drink during an orgy. Greg said you cannot drink beers during an orgy.
I didn't say you couldn't. I say you got to be careful during an orgy. You don't want to become bloated.
Greg wanted to do beers he could look at topless women by. And I figured, like, okay,
any beer works for that.
Summer Crushers. Let's just be like, okay, you know, it's summertime. We've probably done this kind of the brand before. We're also having a hard time finding people. So let's just say, fuck it. Summer Crushers. What are you drinking right now to pass the summer by? The hot
Sexy Summer
What are you
Crushers.
drinking? What are you slamming down your gullet?
I
don't even care if you've looked at it before on BA 101. Just come on. And
I feel I need to bring a bone shaker.
You do, because if you're crushing those
beer.
All right.
Actually, as a story I was telling Nick offline, which I won't necessarily repeat online, is my Sexy Summer Crusher might be Molson Canadian. We'll find out.
All right. Okay, so let's go to Lily for a second, read the final comments, and we'll log off.
All right. Paul asked us what next week's beer was. We have answered that. And Chris asked us earlier. It has been answered. Lee Russell says might be Fax 10. PA Brew News says, Paul says, drink Fax 10 to excess to live deliciously. We might do a comparison. So be ready for us to be real fucked up. Nick is going to upload reviews. Okay, I'm going to go review a Saison and complain that it is not low ABV.
Alrighty. So
bye, guys.
Thank everybody. We're gonna head to our Discord here in a moment here, but I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Oblina Reno. Thanks, Beer for Days. High Tide and By Western Canadian Beer Reviews, whoever, Marcin, anybody who was in the chat. We're gonna head over to Discord after we do our after talk, and we'll chat with you folks later. Tune in next week. We'll either do Sexy Summer Crushers or we'll re-review Fax 10. It all depends on Lee's
Lady Lee's
availability next week. Well, she'll probably get annihilated anyway.
I want Lady Lee gets annihilated. That'll be fun. Pianist.
Bye,
Pianist.